the system.
How's everyone doing out there? Welcome to the first ever episode of the Alex and Jeff Show featuring Evan. My name is Alex, and I'm here with my good friend Jeffrey. Jeff, how you doing?
Hello, world, and bom dia.
Evan, how you doing?
We're doing great.
All right. So this is the Jeff and Alex Show. Like I said, featuring Evan. We have an action-packed episode for you. We're really excited. Something we've been talking about. Jeff, you want to give the folks a rundown of what we're going to talk about today and what we're going to talk about in the podcast in general?
Sure. So our podcast is going to be about a number of different topics. It's going to focus on sports. We are all avid Boston sports fans. We're going to talk a little bit about pop culture and movies. You can pretty much sum up this podcast as sports and nerd stuff. You know, we might talk a little Game of Thrones. You know, we might talk a little superheroes, a little Marvel films. Pretty much anything that makes us interested, we're going to be talking about it.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Evan, anything you'd like to add to that?
I'm going to be providing the hot takes for you guys. This is a show about sports, nerd stuff, and what Jeff forgot, hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot takes. Hot takes are an integral part of every sports discussion and every life discussion. I think that's really important to get some hot takes in.
Yeah, and seriously though, I think our friend group, we are interested in lots of different things. Like, we are big sports fans, but we're also Dungeons and Dragons players, and we're gonna talk about Star Wars, and I think we're just trying to be honest with a lot of the random things that we like.
Yeah, absolutely. So, without further ado, Jeffrey, would you like to introduce our first segment?
All right, our first segment.
The State of the Commonwealth. In the State of the Commonwealth, we run down the four major Boston sports teams. We're talking Sox, kid. We're talking Pats, kid. We're talking a little Bruins. We're talking a whole lot of Celtics.
You got it.
Evan, how do you like the Pats? Just out of curiosity.
I don't hate the Patriots, Alex.
Who do you hate?
I hate the fans.
Yes. He hates you and me.
And me.
I think...
man, is it good to be a Patriots fan.
I think if there was any fan in the world to compare a Patriots fan to, it would be that of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oof.
Yikes.
Save the hot takes for later. But yeah, I just wanted the world to know that ahead of time. So we were going in full authentic, full disclosure. Jeff, who we got first on the agenda for the State of the Commonwealth?
All right, so for State of the Commonwealth, we're going to start with the Red Sox. We're going to check in with the Sox, and we're going to do a quick 1-minute celebration because they are the 2018 World Series champions.
Starting right now?
Starting right now.
Celebrate good times. Come on. 108 wins, 11-3 in the playoffs.
Mookie Betts
MVP. Bowled to 300, won a bowling tournament, I think. Had a kid. That's a big year.
Let me ask you one question, though.
Sure.
Since the beginning of the season, did you ever have a doubt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Game 1. Remember they blew Game 1?
They did blow Game 1. But seriously, did you have a doubt that they weren't going to make it to the World Series?
Yeah, I was. I am a diehard Red Sox fan. That's my #1 team. And when the Yankees traded for Giancarlo Stanton, I was crushed. I was obnoxious. I was talking about how the Yankees were going to blow them out of the water. And this was pre-J.D. Martinez signing, but I will say even after they signed J.D., I wasn't sold. But they proved me wrong, and it was a great season.
Definitely. They proved me wrong. Remember that day when David Price let up about 15 runs in the first inning of a playoff game to the Yankees at home? That wasn't looking good. But you know what? As he said, he holds the cards now. So I was a David Price hater, and I have to give him all the credit in the world.
Yeah, and I've been driving the David Price bandwagon. I hopped off I hopped off for a little while, I will admit. But, sometimes when you are committed to a player, you just got to stick it through. And I'm glad that, David Price really proved me right. And the two final games in his playoffs were unbelievable. But yeah, that Yankees game in Fenway, game 2 of the ALDS, right?
Thanks.
Game 2. It was
game 2, I think.
yeah, because it was 1-1, then they won 2 in New York. So that was tough. All right, so that was our. Oh, go ahead.
If you could get rid of David Price but keep a pitcher of the same quality level, would you do it?
No, nope.
Not now. I think I definitely was on the bandwagon of shipping him out, but he proved that he can get it done.
I can't stand that guy.
He did change his number, though.
David, baby, I don't know about that. I have a 24 David Price jersey that I custom made from Dick's Sporting Goods because they didn't release it before the season started. It's a blue one. It's really nice. I don't know. Number 10, not buying it.
Yeah. Who does he think it is? Kobe Bryant?
That's true.
Buy or sell?
on Price?
I think I'm buying Price.
I'm buying Price.
So he's coming back and he's having another...
Well, he is back.
No, but I'm saying he's coming back and he's having another playoff run like he did.
He's going to have about, a 3.5 to 3.70 ERA, and he's going to... I think the monkey's off his back. I'm not going to say he's going to
not
dominate.
one and done.
No, I think he's proven that he can pitch against good teams in big moments. The Astros, wagon, shut him down. Dodgers, I thought the Dodgers were a little bit overrated, but they're still a good team.
See, I think he's going to go into this coming postseason with confidence.
Yeah.
He's going to let one home run up and he's going to start puking all over himself again.
Oh, boy. David Price talk to start. It's hot. I like it.
All right, so we're going to get to our next Red Sox topic, the winter weekend.
Yes.
So, Alex, you went to the winter weekend. First of all, what is the winter weekend, and what was your experience there?
First, shout out my brother Nat for coming with me to winter weekend.
Shout out Nat. Nat Esquire.
That's true. He is a lawyer. That is true. Winter weekend. What is it? It is a...
He's the official lawyer of our podcast.
Nat Costa, the official lawyer
Esquire.
of the Alex and Jeff featuring Evan podcast. We will try not to get in too much legal trouble. Thank you, Nat. The winter weekend is a weekend celebration that has been going on for, I believe, this was the 5th year. It takes place at Foxwoods Resort Casino.
Whoa.
Yep. It's a little edgy.
Wonder of it all.
So Red Sox winter weekends at Foxwoods, player panels, autograph sessions, picture opportunities, the World Series trophies, the Gold Gloves, Silver Sluggers, all these trophies are on display. Really fun weekend, really cool weekend. I like the business side of baseball, so a lot of behind the scenes looks. Dombrowski, Cora, Sam Kennedy, those guys talked a lot. So it was interesting to see what they had to say and players' perspectives. This was the first year that I went. Our number one takeaway, myself and my brother, was the winter weekend is all about avoiding lines when people tell you need to stand in line. And what do I mean by that? When you register, there's a giant line. Well, guess what? If you go in the other way, you don't have to wait in the line. So we didn't have to wait in the line. When you go to the autograph sessions, there's a giant line. If you walk to the other casino, walk in this door, no lines. So everyone's standing around, and you just bypass the line. Be smart about it. That's my tip for anyone who goes to winter weekend. Don't stand in lines.
Sheeple.
Now, you just kind of gave away your tip, though. And now all of winter weekend is going to be a madhouse.
Yep.
Yes, that is true. However, I'm not sure if I'd go to winter weekend again.
Oh.
Now that's a hot take.
That is a hot take. And was it fun? Yes. Was it cheap? Kind of. It was like $75 for the weekend. It wasn't bad.
That's not bad.
It's completely disorganized, unfortunately. Love you, Red Sox. Love you, mean it. Love you, Foxwoods. By the way, Big Poppy, a Foxwoods ambassador now. So,
Now,
What does that
do
mean?
we think that it's Foxwood's fault, or is this more of the team?
I don't know. It was
Is it just a venue thing?
It might be a venue thing because it's really widespread. It's a really big building, so you don't really know what's going on. But I don't know if I'd go again. Maybe I would. I don't know.
Can you tell us about some of the players you met?
Yeah, I met Sandy Leon, the only active Hall of Famer.
Buy or sell?
On Sandy Leon as what? A platoon catcher? Buy.
Keep him or get
Yeah,
rid of him?
keep him. I don't know. Sandy Leon. Blake Swihart.
Buy or sell?
Buy.
Oh, come on.
So I took a picture with Sandy and Blake Swihart, both really nice guys.
You didn't meet the last one?
What was the last one?
Those are both catchers. You know?
Oh, no. Vasquez was not. Oh, okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. You get a free autograph and a free picture opportunity with purchase of your ticket.
And you chose Sandy.
Oh, that's what I was just going to ask.
You don't get to
I
choose.
respect that.
Okay.
When you register ahead of time, you pick a room and a time.
So you're telling me somebody got stuck with Brock Holt?
Someone got stuck with Bobby Pointer and Sam Travis.
Ooh.
Ooh is right. Rough. Love you, Sam. Mean it. Bobby Pointer, don't know a lot about
He was hot in the beginning of the year.
That's true.
A lot of people were saying Pointer. Was he on the playoff roster?
No. Was Sam Travis?
No.
So you pick a room and time ahead of time, and you don't find out your autograph and photo opportunity until you get there. My autograph was with Jim Rice.
Well, that's cool.
That's
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yep. Really nice guy. Shook his hand. Said, "Hey, thanks for what you did for the team. My dad loved you." And he juggled and said, "All right, young man," something like that. It was really cool. He was a nice guy. And then I took a picture with.
you think he felt like that was a dig? Like,
No.
just calling me old?
Well, he's not old. He's in the Hall of Fame, so he needs to be at least retired 5 years. Which I mean, obviously way more than that, but he knows. But he's a Hall of Famer, good dude. Took a picture with Blake and Sandy, first name basis. Shook both their hands, both really nice guys. And yeah, it was fun. It was cool. And then we played some craps and some roulette. And
Did you win?
No, we did not win.
100 on red.
It's funny you say that. Nat's method, who learned from a friend, I don't know his friend. Nat Esquire's method. You bet black, you go to the craps table, you end betting black. So you go to roulette, craps, roulette. You can spend as much time as you want on craps. We got begin and end. Oops. Through my ring.
Begin and end.
Begin and end on black roulette. So yeah, but ultimately, it was a good time. I would have to think about if I would go again. I would ask for a little more organization.
All right, maybe we'll podcast live from the winter weekend next year.
Maybe.
All right, moving on. We'll do a quick season expectation, then we'll move on from the Red Sox. Evan, do you want to start with your season expectation of the Red Sox?
So I think first place in the East. I think that's a good place to start.
How many wins?
At least 90. I'm thinking 98.
Okay.
That's a big difference.
Give or take 5 games, but...
So between 93 and 102, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Or is that math? No, 103.
Yeah.
98 and 103.
Yeah.
93 and 103. Yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that.
What do you think, Alex?
I would say 95, 97 wins. It's going to be a tight race. Yankees did get James Paxton, who I don't love, but their pitching's improved. They did win 100 games last year. So the Yankees are a good team. And the Rays, Jeff and I were talking about this a little earlier. Rays won 93 games last year. So, if Blake Snell keeps building on his Cy Young performance, they could be competitive. So, 95 to 97, pushing 100 games. And I wouldn't be shocked if they were the first wild card, but I think ultimately they should win the division if they play up to their talent.
Is the Rays winning 93 games indicative of the Rays having a good season, or the MLB just being god-awful last year?
Both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
The Rays, Kevin Cash is a good manager. And they had my man C.J. Cron, underrated slugger. And I don't know, I think Kevin Cash is a good manager, but I think the MLB is also, it had a down year for some talent. All right, here's my Red Sox expectation. And I hate to say it because I love the Red Sox, and I'm rooting for them, and I'm not going to be surprised if they make a wild card or win the division. I'm seeing a little Rocky 3 out of them right now. I'm seeing a lot of celebration, a lot of this, a lot of that. Alex Cora, first-time manager, won the World Series. Every time the Red Sox have won the World Series, besides when the 2008 season when they made it to the ALCS, they have struggled. After 2014 season was terrible. After 2004, they lost to the White Sox in the playoffs. So I think they can maybe make the wild card, but it's very hard to repeat, especially in baseball, because so many things can go right or wrong to win and lose games. I'm rooting for them. Maybe it'll be the first time the Red Sox repeat as champions in this era, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of a letdown in there on the team. But I'm rooting for him.
Do you think Alex Cora is a factor in preventing a letdown?
I think he's either the factor in preventing it, or I think hopefully he's not getting a little too confident in himself, and he's still going to work hard. Everything that man did worked out well. Everything that man did worked out well. So we're going to need to see when things go off the tracks if he can handle it. But I love Alex Cora. I think he did a great job. But we'll certainly have to see.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on to the Patriots?
I would be cool with that. Evan, any final thoughts on the Red Sox before we move on?
No, just that I wouldn't be surprised if they choke in the playoffs just because their pitching is not nearly as good as it was this year. They let people walk and they haven't really signed anybody. And you overpaid for Nathan Eovaldi.
We'll see.
I like Nate, but we'll see.
All right. Patriots.